There's something so cheerful and jaunty about the figure you see before you, you almost feel like you've stumbled onto the set of a game show. This is truly one sassy chap.
Welcome, welcome! I am the Sassy Chap, mascot and possible owner of Sassy Chap Games, LLC. Sassy Chap Games. Here's where we'll put my greeting and introduction, explaining all the deep lore behind the Sassy Chap. Placeholder text? Where? Let me at it! We here at Sassy Chap Games LLC are sticklers for quality. I may not be the star of this game as it's our first, but just you wait. The next game will be called The Legend of Sassy 2, Chap's Awakening, and will feature my quest to uncover my holy backstory. That's what I've been telling them. And here's where we'll have the chap introduce the concept of the dating game. No, this one is slightly different. You have found one of the secret dateables in the game, the developers. I'm not a developer myself, merely a mascot. But this is hard work too. I'm considered an asset. Well, I am excellent at filling a pipe with bubbles. When making this game, we wanted to give players the option to date the devs. But we wanted to sidestep the problematic condition that there are many players and only a small amount of us. And of course, many of us are in happy relationships. For now. So, we figured a fun way to do this would be for players to date each of us by answering a question about ourselves. Would you like to play? All right. We have an awful lot of lovely people who are dying to get to know you. You've been all up in their business this whole time, but now you get to really find out about them. Do you want to know the general rules? Splendid! The rules are simple. Each dev will introduce and ask one question about themselves. You'll get to choose from 3 responses, each corresponding to a love, hate, or friendship ending with each dev. Then we move on to the next one. If by winning you mean find true love and happiness, 30. 30 points for finding true love and happiness. If I were to offer one piece of advice, if you're looking for love, these are game developers we're talking about. Think nerd. They aren't going to want to do anything cool. 33, a lucky number. Or at least that's as many as there were when we recorded this voiceover. 2 points for a love ending, 1 point for a friend ending, and -1 points for a hate ending. You can quit at any time, and at any time we can tally up the resolutions you got towards your current dev love status. Essentially, yes, this is a guessing game. There are methods in which you can work some of these out, and you can also reset your score if needed. Then let's get on with the show! Disclaimer. Developers who happen to be members of the SAG-AFTRA union will voice themselves. The rest, well, will be voiced by the very sensual RPG Beep. Not too bad a fate, I suppose. First up, we have Andrew Feliciano, the owner, operator, mic adjuster, and button pusher at Voice Tracks West. Andrew is a very humble man. We couldn't make this game without his generosity of studio time and talent. Andrew did not write this part. I am adding it after he submitted his text. He can't hear this either, so he's just going to talk as if nothing's happened. Being friends with Andrew makes you want to jump for joy. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Sophie J, our 3D artist. She built your house single-handedly. Alas, merely friends with Jay. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Logan Burdick, I'm afraid. He's a terrible writer and in a terrible pickle. That probably won't happen, as Logan hits you now. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Hey, it's Elle! Wait, an artist? But you look like a little doggy. I don't think that's right. In fact, I think you just made that up. But why a dog? Well, how did that happen? Goodness, that's a real lassie moment. I see we're back to the dog puns. Her heart is full of love for you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have Ray Chase.
Hello. I'm the final boss. And you're not ready to face me just yet. I have a query so puzzling, so difficult, that it requires that you meet everyone else here. So prepare yourself for the date battle of a lifetime. Bye.
All right, moving on. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Why, it's Devin! A writer and one of the main people who set us on the path to getting this game funded. It's true love with Devon for you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have...
Oh, hey! How are you liking the game so far? Oh, actually, sorry. Hold that thought. Getting a ping. Just need to copy this over and done! Sorry about that. What were you saying? Right, Yeah, one sec. Several seconds, actually. Oh, I gotta fix that. Wait, they did what? Not again. Okay! Looks like they need me in the back. What? I can put my phone on silent. Okay, that should buy us a solid 10 minutes. What were we doing?
Have you done introductions yet?
No?
Let's start with a proper introduction, then. This is the venerable Amanda Hufford, our dedicated, sleep-deprived, producer extraordinaire, voice director, writer, script supervisor, scheduler, therapist, hostage negotiator, and maker of spreadsheets.
So many spreadsheets.
If there's a job to do on the game, Amanda has probably had a hand in it.
Aren't you forgetting something, dumbass? Oh, right. I'm also a voice actor. How do you forget your own fucking job? Whatever.
And you decided to take on game development on top of that?
Venetia, remind me to ask Ray to put the cry on floor emoji in the game as a collectible and tag it here.
Ah, shoot. We can't really do that because we don't own the rights to the art. But we could commission one that's similar. Let me message Neej. Yeah, ever since I decided against painted backdrops for the dates, we went from 36 non-character art pieces to 404? Is that bad?
That's fine. Oh, maybe Garrett can throw in a sad trombone sound or something.
Don't worry about it, Garrett. I got it. What'd you want again? A sad whistle or something?
Abby, if you start whistling again right now, I will turn this game around so fast, I swear. Sorry. We'll figure all that out later. Thanks, guys. You can get back to it. I keep forgetting it's not just us around here anymore. You know, it's weird finally being able to share a game with you. I mean, you work on something for long enough and it kinda just becomes part of who you are. The last couple of years have been date everything, all day, every day, all the time. Meetings and emails and spreadsheets and revisions and meetings and hiring and lore changes, casting, plus direction and then scheduling and seriously, the meetings. And after all that, after pouring everything you have to give into something, you still have no idea if anyone will even like it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Even if you did tell me, I wouldn't remember. This version of me, right here, right now, just doesn't ever get to know. And that's okay. After you get done here, if there was something in the game you enjoyed, if anything really stood out to you or even meant something to you, let the team know. Take a little scroll through those credits for the names of all the amazing people who worked on this monstrosity, and if you like their work, go support them. And if you get to the end and realize it just wasn't for you, well, if you just flat out hated it right from the start, just promise me you won't tag me on social media and yell at me about it, okay? Can you do that? Then you truly have all my love for it.
Amanda loves you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Welcome Samuel to the stage. Say hi. I see what kind of interview we're in for. Tell the folks at home a bit about yourself. What a card, hmm? What did you do on Date Everything, besides punning? That doesn't count. Ask our lovely audience a question. Maybe you'll hit it off. Fantastic. Everyone loves a good cook. But you are in love nonetheless. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have Jamie, our external producer from Team 17. They're not evil at all. Wait, did I just say that out loud? Jamie, the game has already shipped. We're live.
We're live? Oh, gosh, no, I'm not ready yet.
Take a breath, Penelope. Right behind you, Jamie.
All right, so here's the question. Video games can take a long time to make, so which one of these statements happened to Jamie during development? Being friends with Jamie helps him complete his checklist nonetheless. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have TJ, a writer extraordinaire. TJ is actually quite humble. I've seen it myself. Oh, don't cry, TJ. You found true love. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Wilbo Baggins! But it's canon now. Maybe in the sequel. You're the writer. Fine. So, William. Will they, won't they? Can I call you Wilbo? Point taken. Tell us a little bit about yourself, William. They write. They rewrite. Is that all? That's a little binary of you, William. What is that? Some kind of code? So, what else do you do? And how did you find us? And how have you found us since? Well, isn't that sweet? And unfortunately, that's time. So, now you know. But the question remains, will they or won't they? Now, how would you like to determine the eligibility of your would-be suitor, dear William? Classic! For the frustrated, I wonder if there were any clues left behind somewhere. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Ladies and gentlemen, script kiddies and coding wizards, gather round as we unveil the architect of algorithms, the smasher of bugs, our lead engineer, Tiago. So, Tiago, I've got some questions for you here. Let me just... Ouch! Maybe... not. I need...
Oh no! Chap's glitching!
Don't just stay there, do something!
Should I do something?
Wow, thanks. I do feel much better. What happened to the bug?
It's running toward the kitchen. Help!
What should Tiago do with this damn bug? No, I don't. What? Is it that horrible? Tiago unfortunately hates you for that answer. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have...
Otosa! Let's play a few sets. Uh-oh. Everything will be okay. I'll go get Shadow Lord. He'll know what to say.
Now that's paying attention to context clues. Jperia loves you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Adriel is so very much in love with you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next, we have... Rummaging around in the top of your closet, you find a somewhat untidy box of crafting supplies. It's Kale! Ah, yes. The aggregated result of many hobbies started and intermittently maintained, still brimming with creative potential. True, you had been stowed away for a little while and joined us when the time was right. Lovely. Any other thoughts for your imminent date? This is the way to Kale's heart. It's love. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next, we have... Who's that in the corner of the ring with a steel chair? Yeah. Off screen, off screen! Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Jane, a student who found some extra time to help us out with programming. We can and we will. Back to the dungeon with you, Harridan. Friends with Jane is a very good thing. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Oh, hey, it's Dom. Well, we've got our lovely player that wants to know a little bit about you. That's right. You don't really sound Australian sometimes, though. But hey, look at you now, dubbing anime. Well, Dom, is there anything you want to do with your pending date? I'll have to check that out myself one day. Dom is in love with you for this answer. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Hey, Julia, they're here.
Hey! Yeah, sorry, I was just out in the back, slinging those kettlebells. What's up?
They're here. Your date.
Oh, wow, really? That's so cool, hey! You must be my date. Truthfully, the most important aspect of the game is this lovely new human standing in front of us right this very minute.
Oh my gracious. That's so sweet I might vomit.
Oh, yeah, you. Why do you think we did all this? It's all been about you.
Hurling. Like, right now. Hurling glitter. Honestly, doesn't taste as bad as I would have expected.
And to celebrate you, playing, experiencing this world, getting to this point where you get to date us, we've got a gift. And, bonus, you get to pick which of these 3 gifts you like the best. Pretty cool, huh? So, you can have whichever of these you like.
Really didn't think anyone was going to choose this one.
Neither did I. I'm a little confused, but as a lover of milk-substituted lattes, I suppose I get it.
Little did you know, there was a gold bar hidden in the bottom of the to-go cup.
Splendid! Those taste delightful.
So, listen, you're supposed to get an ending with me, like you got with all the other awesome folks you've gotten to know in the house. And the way I've decided to do that here is...
Julia mimes doing a drum roll with her 2 index fingers.
just to ask you. Did you hate our date? Did you love it? Do you kind of maybe not so secretly love me now? Let me know. And hey, whatever you choose, you've been a blast.
Couldn't agree more.
See you for the next adventure.
That's the spirit. A friend with Julia is a rare thing indeed, I must say. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have Ben, submitted his date after the deadline, and you'll have to judge for yourself. Here he is. So, do you like Ben? He loves you back. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Good taste is the way to true love with Greg. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Well then, if it isn't Robbie Damon! Voice director, voice actor, writer, creative co-lead, and executive producer of this very game.
That's me. Sup, duder?
Sup?
Nothing much. Hey, anyone ever told you sound like one of those 4 guys from...
Moving on.
New recipe.
Are you prepared for your date, Master Damon?
Master Damon? Who told you to call me that?
You did, sir, in your 3:18 a.m. email last night entitled, "Call me Master Damon during the Date the Devs game show."
Ah, that's right. Well, I do have my MFA and am an experienced master dater. Wait.
No take-backsies.
Oh, dang it! Fine. Hey, narrator, can you say Master Damon with that sick British mid-central medial A?
Master Damon.
Can I get that one more time, but like 69% sexier?
I'll give you an ABC. Master Damon. Master Damon. Master Damon.
I'll take the C-take. Thanks, JB.
When you're quite done, sir, I believe the player is ready to begin.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, Megan gave me a hall pass for this, so let's make it good. Fire away, you sexy little cipher, you. Yeah, let's do this. Hey, 11 for me. Nice win.
Nice to see you two bonding a bit. But it's time to up the ante for our player. Robbie, you put a fair amount of your life out there on the internet.
Not as much as I used to, but yeah, I suppose.
How about we give them a little quiz about you?
God, I don't know. It seems like a pretty played out mechanic for a date.
But you're writing this, sir.
Meta. I like it. Fine then. Quiz away, living manifestation of a mascot that I conceptualized.
Of course, Master Damon.
69% sexier?
Master.
Damon.
Nice.
Answer the following questions correctly, and you may earn Robbie's affection.
Sounds easy enough.
To prevent cheating and searching the internet, you have 10 seconds per question.
Wait, we don't have an internal real-time clock in this game? I mean, I wanted one, but
Sir,
Ray said it was too hard to program. I didn't believe him at first, but it turns out it's true.
Master Damon, the player doesn't know that, sir.
Oh, the illusion of choice and consequence. I gotcha. Cool sausage showing, chap. I mean showing how the sausage is made.
Let's begin. Phew. Robbie is an outdoor enthusiast. What is his current favorite pastime in nature? That's correct. Robbie is an avid hiker, recently conquering multiple 14ers and the SoCal six-pack, not to mention traversing the Grand Canyon rim to rim in a single day.
My big toenail fell off.
Up next, Robbie has mentioned that he graduated with an MFA.
In theater performance.
That was the answer, sir.
Oops.
Pivoting. Though his degree was in theatre performance, what was the subject of his thesis? A clue lies within a certain sudsy character he wrote for this game.
Hey, since when do they get hints?
Since you inadvertently made the question harder, Master Damon.
Fine. But only since you called me Master Damon.
Well played. While the Bard's first tragedy is mainly considered one of his lesser...
Careful now. It's my fave.
one of his less respected endeavors, Titus Andronicus was what Robbie chose to write his thesis on.
It's pretty great for scansion buffs and revenge fans.
And really, is there any such thing as bad Shakespeare?
William Shakespeare! Oh, I'm saving that one for the Date Everything time travel DLC.
Time for the final round.
You mean grand finale?
Yeah, whatever. Here we go.
I'm so excited!
Robbie may be a well-respected voice actor and soon-to-be multi-award-winning game developer, but he's also known on-screen as a world-famous TTRPG player. He recently joined the 3rd season of the first and most streamed Grottos and Gargoyles live play of all time, Whimsical Knoll. What class did Robbie choose to play?
This'll separate the real nerds from the hardcore dweebs, he says with love.
Ooh, I can see why you'd make that choice. Robbie does have a flair for spectacle.
Abracadabra!
My word, did you just dab?
Like it's 2015, baby! Woo!
But he wanted to lean into charisma a bit more for his big G&G debut. This is meant to be fantasy after all.
Hey!
Score 1 for the chap. And that concludes our little Robbie D fun fact quiz.
I prefer to call it the fam exam, but whatever's clever.
Let's see how you did. Well done, player. You got 1 or 2 of these right.
Good enough for me.
You and Master Damon are now friends. Congratulations, I guess. Thankfully, Robbie has very low standards.
Low standards? Have you seen my wife? She is way out of my league.
Fair warning, Robbie likes to nickname his friends.
I'm calling you my little pee-pee-poo-poo.
It's not too late to run. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have Evan Markholt, Amanda Hufford's emotional support, co-owner of recording studio Voice Tracks West, sometimes engineering sessions, sometimes running the dishwasher, and sometimes fixing file names buried deep, deep in spreadsheets. You are incredibly helpful dealing with tens of thousands of lines recorded by an indie studio. Your assiduous... Damn it. I'll go one more time. Spitting Camels comes to mind. Evan Loves You and Morocco. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Jonathan, one of our writers! An unlucky guess, but your friends, nonetheless. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Hey, it's Suha! She's a writer, VO director, and game developer across a few different studios, including her own, Truant Pixel. Suha has written for a lot of characters on this project, including much of the narrator. Let's hear from a few of her characters now.
Dasha flexes, her muscles bulging spectacularly. You get the impression she could crush you with her pinky, if she so chose. Abel removes his hat from his head, bringing it to his chest in a classy gesture that also manages to show off the muscles in his arms. Dunk strikes a pose between the two of them, showing off his magnificent physique and dazzling smile.
This world is impure.
Friar Errol doesn't bother flexing like the others. Muscle is clearly not his strong suit. Still, you get the sense he could ruin your day all the same.
Yes, she's written some truly formidable characters, strong in body and spirit.
The moment Suha comes into view, the dateable's entire posture changes. Their eyes find the floor, and an air of despair settles over everyone. The moment Suha arrives, something seems to shift. There is a divine presence in the room, as though an angel had just touched down from the heavens. You only just managed to hold yourself back from falling in love with her on the spot, but it takes a truly heroic effort. She is a formidable woman, nay, a goddess.
Suha is greatest woman I have ever known. I have often asked, is she even mortal? Perhaps she's a fairy queen.
Suha is like a rainbow after a thunderstorm. Only the rainbow's made of knives.
Suha gives Abel a sharp look, and he quiets down immediately.
Just a rainbow. pretty and lovely and all.
Dunk steps forward, squinting at his palm.
Sohan, very spank.
Duncan immediately hides his hand behind his back.
You're the hottest babe alive, ma'am! A real touchdown of a woman!
Our Father of Convection's blessings come in many forms. Suha is one of his greatest blessings.
She loves you. You're safe now. Suha came onto the project later on in its development cycle, but it's like she's always been here. Somehow. Every day has felt like a decade. May God have mercy on our souls. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have Hey You by the Coffee Machine. Debs here is part of our amazing team of 2D artists. You all seem to get along very well as a team. I've seen you in that fancy Discord thing where you can all talk. That's true love from Debs. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Before working here at Sassy Chap Games, LLC, Rebecca spent 10 years working in corporate jobs with a background in project management. Vague enough? Spreadsheets are actually 99% of game development, and she came on just in the nick of time. Her story has influenced one of the characters in the game. What is Rebecca's idea of a perfect date? That's the sound Rebecca makes when she loves you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have...
Hi, I'm J. Michael Tatum. Please call me Michael. The J is just to throw off my enemies.
Removing.
I'm a prolific voice actor, writer, and sometime composer who thrives on complicating my friends' creative projects. I enjoy curling up with a good book before scintillating midnight vistas, stimulating conversation with fictional characters, and long walks in my head. I play piano to avoid social obligations. First, let's talk literature. My favorite books? No. Regale me with your tastes. What book series do you most enjoy pretending to have read? Impressionnant! Few things cow pretentious literary parvenus into stunned silence like a Proust reference. Care for a Madeleine? Next, let us turn to matters culinary. If tasked with preparing a repast of choice, what element would I almost certainly get wrong? Alas, even my capacious pantry seldom boasts all the necessary ingredients without a week's notice. Now, a subject near and dear to my heart. Music. What vestigial organ does a minor sixth chord remind you of? Precisely where I feel the crunchiest interval.
Well. I fear that this lad might just be classier than I. Let's see how you fared with Michael.
In the words of Jackson Pollock, love is friendship set to music.
This is his way of saying he loves you. Who's our next victim? Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Indubitably. Paint, I'll turn the microphone to you and ask, is that important to you? And what are some of the things you're excited about? My goodness, that took real empathy. Paint, would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Garrett! Lead audio designer and composer of far too many songs. Music to my ears. It's love. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... It's Sam! No relation to the Sam in this game. Pure coincidence, I swear. Dear me. Samantha, she loves you for that. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Would you look at that? It's Nick Thurston! He's a writer, voice actor, and creator of the Moonsong Fantasy universe.
Huh? Oh! Hi! Didn't see you there. Had my head in a book. Hey, douchebag. Great to meet you.
Nick has been a part of Date Everything since the very beginning.
Ah, the beginning. Those writers' meetings in Robbie's garage were a riot. Remember when I read Hoove's original dialogue out loud for the first time? And it was so spicy and raunchy that...
And that will be enough of that.
Oh, right. First, introductions and all.
Nick is somewhat prone to putting his foot in his mouth.
I get carried away when I'm having fun. Since you're here, douchebag, why don't we play a little game? Isn't it? If you win, I'll give you a little kiss.
He leans close and whispers, close enough that you feel the warmth of his breath and catch the masculine aroma of his scent.
Who wrote that?
Don't worry. My wife Alex says it's cool as long as we're in Fantasyland. And if you get the extra credit right, you can have a full-blown makeout sesh. How's that sound? I like the sound of that. Okay, here we go. I know this is gonna be tough, but one of these 4 characters is one that I didn't actually write. Oh, wait, you haven't met some of them. Then I'll skip this and do my backup question. Which of the other devs did I live with briefly in a London flat? Nope. Nice guess, though. You've been a good little player, haven't you? Here's a treat.
Nick gives you a tantalizingly brief graze of the lips. It's just enough to make you want to beg for more.
Now there's a true date with a dev. Nick is in love with you. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Next we have... Oh, Nijuku! Don't be shy. Introduce yourself. Nij is the lead artist on this game, which means she designed all 107 characters, including myself, and almost all the UI that you see. Did she sign up for all of this? I think partly she didn't realize what she was getting herself into. And we are so glad that you said yes. Excellent. And before we move on, do you have any questions for your potential date? A very artistic date. It might just be love. Would you like to date another dev? I've come up with a new developer. Oh, that's your lot.
So it is.
Is it time?
The final boss of Sassy Chap. Are you prepared? I thought you'd say that. So, right now it's 2:36 a.m. after a VO recording day, and I was able to polish Hank's Telly Lady M and Sassy Chap today, but I missed the milestone 18 deadline by 8 full hours. My gift to myself is not writing the intricate ink thing I had originally planned for my boss battle. Is that okay? Can I go to sleep? We're recording Gaia, Johnny, and Prissy tomorrow. That should be fun. Good night, I love you.
And that's it. There's nothing left to do but submit your score. Time for us and our studio audience to find out how we devs feel about you. Are you nervous? Excited? Oh, it won't be too bad, right? Your current relationship is... goodness, love! True love! I may be sassy, but even here, I am rather proud. We've come so far, you and I. And I'm very excited to see where we go next. I've developed a love interest in you.